Another mistake I see is the robot as narrator. What's worse than a person reading their slides aloud? A robot reading their slides aloud. Here's an example.
After completing this webinar, learners will be able to recall 2 common mistakes in auditory design. Give an example of good auditory design. Explain why robot voices are the
It just kind of cuts off for some reason. Yeah, if you thought a person reading their slides aloud was bad, I think a robot reading a slide aloud is even worse. It feels like all the soul has been sucked out of an online tutorial. It's already, an experience you have to go through on your own, but now if you're there with like just yourself and a robot, oh my gosh, it's even worse. Please skip the robot narrator, skip the reading aloud. If you want to read your learning objectives aloud, redesign your slide to be simplified versions of your objectives rather than having the full objectives written out. Maybe just turn them into a few words. So if you read the objectives aloud, the user isn't reading them along with you. They're experiencing your voice as an elaboration on the objectives, and they can use what's on screen, the simplified version, to kind of organize their thoughts as you're speaking. Okay, so it's totally fine to use your voice and make mistakes as you're stumbling over your words, just like I am in this presentation. But simplify what's on screen so your user doesn't have to sit there and wait for you to be done when they've already read it on screen. So avoid reading slides aloud. Use your own voice. Your voice is human. People love connecting with other people. It humanizes a online tutorial to use your own voice. It's natural to stumble, to use filler words like or to make mistakes. That's totally okay. It's very humanizing. And it also adds a touch of Meyer's personalization principle to a tutorial when a voice like mine is speaking to you. I'm using you, I'm talking to you like you're a person, and while we are not live together in a room talking about this, it does feel more personalized and it does feel more human, and thus it's a more engaging experience than if I was reading slides aloud or having a robot narrator read them to you.